What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, March 10th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are for today's slate. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $25 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Nikola Jokic, Kevon Looney, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Steph Curry. What a loaded five. Well, almost loaded five. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, I'm looking at Joel Embiid. He is center eligible, 10,800, projected for 58. The goal is 67, and he is in the optimal lineup 47% of the time. I gave Embiid 36 minutes. He's a 1.6 fantasy point per minute guy, and honestly, he should smash this Brooklyn team. We know what he likes to do to Andre Drummond, and now Andre Drummond isn't his backup any longer. He is the guy starting on the opposite side of him. I've got Embiid in for 37% usage, 33.5 points, 12.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and almost 3 stocks. This isn't a very good Brooklyn defense. All signs point to Joel Embiid as a excellent center option, and in my opinion, better than Jokic tonight. In at number 4, if he plays, Will Barton, shooting guard, small forward eligible, just 4,900, projected for 25. The goal's 35. He's in the optimal lineup 48% of the time. I love the price and flexibility if Barton's able to get out there. He did sit out the front end of the back-to-back, taking on Golden State, should be competitive. It's a 2.5 point line. I think I'm being realistic with Barton's minutes. I gave him 29. He's about a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a little over a stock. Normally, Will Barton's north of 5K, so if he is able to play today, would you be surprised if Will Barton played 32 or 33 minutes in a competitive affair against Golden State? I wouldn't. I think 29 is about as pessimistic as I can get. So if Barton is in, I like him here. But he's not the only guy I want to get from Denver. Next up, number 3, Aaron Gordon, power forward eligible, 5K, projected for 27.5. The goal's 35. He's in the optimal lineup 49% of the time. I gave Gordon 31 minutes. He's been playing a little bit more as of late than normal. Same situation as Barton. He's a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy. 14 points, 6 boards, 2.5 assists, a stock and a half. Same matchup against Golden State. I simply just want to get to Barton. I want to get to Gordon. And I want to get to Gordon whether Barton is in or not. Next up at number 2, I'm looking at Klay Thompson. He's shooting guard eligible, 5,700, projected for 32. The goal is only 39. He's the first guy in the optimal lineup more than 50% of the time. The minutes are trending up. I gave him 32. He's a fantasy point per minute guy. 18.5 points because the usage is crazy. 27% usage for Klay. Plus 5 boards, 3 assists, maybe a steal, maybe a block. The more likely scenario is probably just one of those two things. But again, it should be competitive, and I'm really fascinated by the minutes that Klay Thompson is playing right now. If he's just going to start getting into the low 30s instead of just stuck at 30, we're going to be able to squeeze out a little bit of extra value. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at No House Advantage using that promo code Awesemo. No surprises here. Your number 1 contender for today is Kevin Durant. He's small forward, power forward eligible, 10,400, projected for 50. The goal is 65. He's in the optimal lineup 58% of the time. I gave him 38 minutes, which is about what he plays every single night when he's available. 1.33 fantasy points per minute, 32% usage here. Philly doesn't exactly have anybody that can check him either. Not that anybody really does, but it is the pace down spot for Brooklyn. That does not really matter on a 2-game slate. We've got Durant in for 29 points, 8.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 2 stocks. If you got to go to anybody, I don't think that there's a better option today than Kevin Durant, my number 1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, March 10th. I almost said a different site. That wouldn't have been correct. There's a DraftKings version of this video, though, around here somewhere. Make sure you check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. We're back again tomorrow, closing out the work week with another edition of the ConTENders.